This is V News, and in today's top stories, Qasim Ibrahim meets with foreign consulates appointed to Maldives today. Qasim says dismissing Azima from post will prove nothing nor kill suspicion of defrauded vote. Dr. Didi says a thorough investigation of first round of election is important for the betterment of the nation. Wilfushi MP Riaz Rashid blasts MDP for political greed in efforts to dismiss AG Azima. With the details, Ahmad Imad.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome to V News in English. Now we'll continue with the details. Qasim Ibrahim has met with foreign consulates appointed to Maldives today. Jamhuri Coalition's presidential candidate Qasim met with the Indian High Commissioner Rajiv Shahare at the Indian consulate in the morning. They discussed the length of the pending issue of lack of availability of aggregate as well as the visa issues. Qasim also discussed about the concerns JP has regarding the first round of presidential elections. At noon, Qasim met with the Canadian High Commissioner Shelley Whiting at Mafanukunus. The meeting was of 1 hour and consisted mainly of discussing the first round of elections and the Supreme Court case submitted by JP. Qasim gave confirmation to both consulates that he will respect Supreme Court's ruling on the elections petition and that he will always prioritize the peace and sanctity of the nation. JP says that Qasim is supposed to meet other foreign consulates in the coming week. Jamhuri Coalition presidential candidate Qasim Ibrahim has described the efforts to remove Attorney General Aishat Azma Shakur from her position as adding petrol to fire. Speaking at a press conference held at Mafanukunus today after a meeting with some foreign dignitaries, Qasim said that nobody should do anything that might disrupt the peace in the country and that Jamhuri Coalition will always work to maintain peace. Qasim said that he does not understand how removing AG Azima from her position will bring any good and described the efforts as adding petrol to fire. Qasim added that he will respect any decision made by the judiciary and that he will always stay with the people. He also said that he will not end the journey he began to seek justice and that he will remain adamant in the process. Deputy Leader of Jamhuri Party Dr. Ibrahim Didi has echoed AG Aishat Azma Shakur's requests to investigate the issues that were raised during the first round of the presidential elections. Dr. Didi said that the issues need to be thoroughly investigated for the sake of the nation's future and that a fair verdict can only be made with the help and cooperation from everybody. He added that the people do not want a certain group of people to be protected or taken action against, stating that the people want the guarantee of a free and fair election. Dr. Didi said that Jamhuri Coalition took the issues of the elections to court after finding clear evidence and that this can only be proved further by the investigative authorities and the Elections Commission. He added that AG Aishat Azma Shakur has fulfilled her legal obligations and made important requests to the concerned institutions and that the institutions need to act accordingly. Speaking in regard to this issue, Adalat Party spokesman Ali Zahir said that there are several reasons why questions were targeted at how the Elections Commission acted during the first round of elections. He said that the police always play an important role in maintaining and protecting ballot boxes, papers and other election-related items, but that EC ignored this role during the recent elections. Zahir added that police participation is important to gain the people's trust and that participation of political activists in police roles will not be accepted in any democratic society. Wilfushi MP Riaz Rashid has said that MDP will not succeed in their attempts to remove Attorney General Aishat Azma Shakur from her position. Speaking to V News, Riaz said that MDP cannot explain why Azma should be removed from her position and that MDP's attempts originate from their selfish motives only. Riaz said that fraud has been committed in the recent presidential elections and that this concerns the rights of every single person in the Maldives, stating that speaking against this fraud in court is no reason for AG Azma to be removed from her position. He added that anybody with any kind of honesty and faith to the country will not try to defend the September 7 votes while the fraud is so clear. Riaz said that MDP will not be given the chance to take votes in the parliament to dislodge any cabinet member illegally and that MDP cannot take such a vote as long as the cabinet member is fulfilling her legal obligations even though MDP has a high number of members in the parliament. Riaz described Azma's efforts as her national duty. While MP Riaz raised his voice against MDP efforts, the PPM-MDA coalition has also said that they will not let MDP succeed in dislodging Azma from the cabinet. And welcome back to the news. Dr. Muhammad Saud has said that JC presidential candidate Qasim Ibrahim's policies are not just mere thoughts, stating that Qasim will bring them into reality in the upcoming 5 years. Dr. Saud, an important member of the Jumhuri coalition, said that Qasim entered the presidential race with a strong willpower and plan to develop the nation. He said that there were many issues of fraud in the first round of elections and that he believes justice will prevail when the judiciary passes a verdict regarding the fate of the first round of elections. Dr. Saud called on the people to get ready for the upcoming presidential elections as well as the local council and parliament elections. He said that fraudulent elections cannot be conducted anymore and that this will be ensured this time around. Speaking in regard to the issues that were raised in the elections, Jumhuri coalition spokesman Iqbal Adam said that the journey Qasim began to get rid of the doubts the people have regarding the validity of the elections is part of his national work. Iqbal questioned why other political figures have failed to raise their voices to defend the rights of the people in the same manner as Qasim. He added that Qasim's journey will end in success and that JC's attempts will clear any doubts that the people might have regarding the validity of any future elections. PPM presidential candidate Abdullah Yamin's running mate Dr. Muhammad Jamil Ahmed has asked the Elections Commission to prove that the second round of the presidential elections will be free and fair. Dr. Jamil said that his party will not agree to go for a second round of election unless the Elections Commission assures that the second round will be honest, free and fair. Dr. Jamil made these remarks during a PPM-MDA joint rally held last night at Diamond Jubilee Carnival area. He said that his party would work through the legal process to make sure the elections are free and fair. Jamil further said that the PPM has received confirmed reports of inappropriate voters' registration lists and the post-election issues surfaced has added potential proof of the fraud. He added that they require confirmation that the voters' list for the second round is credible and appropriate. He said it is also necessary that the Commission assure that the ballot papers reach the polling station through a transparent process. Speaking in this regard, Dr. Jamil noted the failure of the Elections Commission to prove that allegations of over 6,000 names absent in the Department of National Registration are present in the voters' list are false. He said that PPM is familiar with elections and that if the elections are carried out without influence and fraud, PPM and its allies will win 65% of the votes. And that's all the news we have time for tonight. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.